Well, those are the two teams playing for you in Match of the Day. Leeds United, top of the first division with Chelsea with 42 points, and Arsenal ninth in the table with 30 points. So it really has all the makings of a very close game between these two sides. So let's have a look at the home side first of all then, Arsenal. And there at right half is Neil still. He's in the side because, ironically enough, he injured McLintock, the star right half, 10 days ago in a practice match. And they've won their last 3 home games here at Highbury, so they're doing very well on their home ground. The visiting side this afternoon, Leeds United, have won 6 of their last away fixtures. They have a very strong half-back line in Bremner, Charlton and Hunter. And Charlton, of course, is the man that has scored many more goals than his brother Bobby in the Manchester United forward line. So it all looks fair, really, for a very interesting game to these talented sides, particularly the Leeds side. They're playing remarkably well at the present moment. The skippers are in the centre of the park tossing up for the start of this game. So we'll go down and see which of these two sides are going to kick off. Arsenal then kicking off in this first division game here at Highbury against Leeds United. Arsenal in their normal traditional colour, of course, of red and white, and Leeds in all white. Leeds undoubtedly going for their 7th away game without a loss. They've won their last 4 and drawn 2, so they've got a pretty formidable away record. Bremner, number 4. And that is the throw-in to Leeds. The conditions here absolutely perfect. There is a slight breeze, but not all that much to cause any problems. And now to Weston. Armstrong. Charlton. Big, tall, strong centre half. Well, that's an example of how he's managed to get 8 goals this season. It's no wonder that he scored so very well. Redford finding Anderson. Howe now moving up in support of him, and it's out to Anderson, but he still has Bell in front of him. Armstrong winning a throw-in. Clark, I think, will take this, number 3. Clark across to Court. Radford going onto it there, but Hunter just letting it roll through to straighten the pressure off. It's a difficult bouncing ball, which Burns, of course, has much more time to sort it out than the centre-forward Story. And that's a throw-in to Arsenal. 10 minutes gone. In the first half, still no score. Neil to Armstrong. And that'll be a throw-in, I'm afraid, yes. So afraid, because it wasn't a particularly good pass by Neil there. Ewer. Clark to Armstrong. Collins there. But Neil just getting up, robbing Story, but gives away a throw-in to Leeds. Leeds, a very competent side indeed. They work very well together as a team. There are no weak spots in their side. Bell, long one across there. Giles, and the first one. Well, my goodness me. Clark just couldn't get up. There he is, Giles, the outside right that's nodded Leeds 1-0 in the lead after some 11 minutes play. Arsenal then kicking off. Howe slipping there, but still finding Eastham to Anderson. Anderson just moving it inside to Court. Progress very far there, and Baker just letting it go through to Radford. Radford trying it, and it just hits the side rigging. Very good effort indeed by Radford on the turn. Howe. The wind very strong indeed now, so Leeds have got a big advantage. Obviously try and keep the Arsenal defence very much back, penned in their own half, with the long clearances out of their own danger area. Howe for Arsenal to Anderson. Collins. You were there, just getting his foot to it, although he was eased off the ball. Foul by Anderson. And Cooper, free kick to Leeds. Interesting thing here, not only has Charlton come up into the Arsenal penalty area, but also the left fullback as well. So number 5 and number 3, the left fullback, and there's Charlton up to it, gets his head to it, but he's blocked a bit by Radford. Anderson just chipping that down the line, but Hunter finds Collins, then Bremner on to Giles. Leeds forward line causing a few problems, and that's Neil putting his head to it. Corner kick to Leeds. Every time that Leeds have a corner kick, seems part of their play, particularly with a strong wind, to bring up both Charlton and Bell, the fullback. Collins to take the corner. Collins picks it out of the air very well, and up to Eastham. Eastham there, and there's 6 Leeds players up to Arsenal's 2, so I would have thought that was a Leeds pass instead of an Arsenal pass there by Eastham. Radford. Arsenal playing much too hurriedly, much too quick. Throw in to Arsenal. Goes through to Court. Court up there, but Charlton nodding it forward. Off the foot of Armstrong for throw in to Leeds. Bremner having to go back just a couple of yards. Neil nodding it down. Clark keeping it in play. Clark very nearly getting it back then. He made a bad clearance of it and made a present of it really to Leeds. Cooper putting it through there, but Neil climbing up and nodding it clear to Collins. On to Giles. Giles hooking it across Howe. Nods it out to Radford. Charlton just drops it down for Bremner. lack of anticipation on Easton's part. Oh, and Story onside. He went through there very quickly indeed, caught the Arsenal defence napping, but the Arsenal passing, leaving a fair bit to be desired. I don't think Story can possibly get up on that, and that's a goal kick to Arsenal. Burns about to take the kick for Arsenal. 20 minutes gone. Leeds leading by 1-0. And there's a foul by Hunter, pushing on Radford as the ball was dropping. As free kick there, nodded out by Bell, and it's Collins. Cut off well by Ewer. To Anderson. Caught. Armstrong now. Popping it hard into the... Oh, Hunter completely missed it. Neil. Bell nodding it out, and Easton slipping as he was going in on that. Bremner too quick for Easton. To Giles, and this Leeds forward line change round continually. The Giles pops up anywhere along the forward line, and this is certainly causing the Arsenal defence to change its mind considerably every minute of the game, and this is not helping their mental approach to the game at all. Collins, and it's Anderson. I don't know whether it's the wind that's bothering Arsenal all that much, but they certainly have no control, or very little control over this ball at all. Foul by Charlton, just pushing with his chest. Clark just pushing it along there for Armstrong. Bradford put off a fraction, I think, by Hunter going up with him at the same time. And it's Giles. Neil just killing out with his chest one up to Anderson, who fails to control it, but there's Baker there to do it. A very weak effort there by Anderson. Story inside to Giles, to Collins. Collins to Bell. Leeds now very much in control of this game, dictating the pace, particularly when it comes to Collins. His reading and slowing down and speeding the game up is very good indeed. Anderson to Easton. Easton chopping it through for Baker. Baker stumbling there, and it's a penalty. Well, I would have thought it's a very harsh decision, because the ball had gone past Baker, in actual fact, before the left full back Bell actually touched him. So it'll be Easton to take this penalty. And I think the referee having a word with Craig, saying that he must not move until the ball is played, and it'll be Easton to take the kick. So let's just see what Easton does with it. Curled it into the bottom corner. Easton. 24 minutes gone then in the first half, and it's Easton there that has put Arsenal back on level terms. The score: Arsenal 1, Leeds United 1. Collins out to Giles. Charlton finding Weston. Giles on down the line for Rennie. Weston not able to control that awkward ball. Throw in to Arsenal. Bit up by Armstrong to Baker to Radford. Charlton just getting in the way of that, otherwise it might have been a through ball there for Armstrong, and it's Bremner pushing it on for Weston, but I think it's a bit too fast for him. Goal kick to Arsenal. Bremner pulling that down, and that could be a difficult one, but Burns out very quickly to Anderson. Ball bumping occasionally on the odd footmark, I think, and it's making it a little awkward for the players. Giles to Collins. Collins, I'm sure, intended it to go much higher and farther than that, and it's now with Easton. On to Howe. Howe now moving up as a forward, and it's a good quick through pass there. Can Baker get onto it? Oh, just turned it past the post. Well, they all look very easy, of course, but he's got about three things flashing through his mind at the same time. Can I turn it in the net? Are they going to tackle me? Can I get it underneath the bar? Sprake very happy there to be placing the ball down for a goal kick, I'm sure. You are nodding it forward to Armstrong. A very wild kick there by Bremner, being spoken to by the referee. It certainly was a very wild kick. And if it caught Easton's knee, well then, for all intents and purposes, he should be very, very sore for some few minutes after this. Easton up again, but he's going to have a very sore knee, I think. And he's score 1-1 then, as Clark takes the free kick for that foul on Easton. The referee, I think, was waiting for Bertie Mee, the Arsenal trainer, to get off the pitch, so they've had to retake it again. Ewer up to Armstrong. Collins to Hunter. Story, and it's Collins that pushes it through, but a little wide there of Cooper. Howe up to Baker. Hit Charlton straight in the face. Collins to Story. Story back to Bell. Bremner. was a foul by the outside left Cooper, pushing Radford as he went to clear the ball. Neil to Ewer. Baker to Anderson. Anderson clipping along. Difficult one, and there's Sprague happy to turn it over for a corner kick. Having a quick look to see whether he should take a short corner or not. Giles out to Bell. Burns to Neil. Sun coming out again. Baker to Anderson. And that's a bit too high. Easton still limping there as he turns to run after the ball. Howe to Anderson. Referee waving play on because Weston is in possession, comes across to Giles. And that's a good shot there, and it dipped a bit as Burns thought it was going over the bar, I think, and then had to just flat-handed across over the bar. Giles take the corner kick. 5 minutes left to play in the first half. And the score 1-1. That's gone straight behind, helped by the wind, no doubt. A goal kick to Arsenal. Referee, Mr. Henley, telling Burns that it's got to go across the other side because it went out of play on this side of the goal. Clark. Very nearly getting it back from Armstrong, but it's Neil in there, wins the throw in off the knee. Remner. Ewer. Across to Howe. Baker back to Anderson. Across there, Radford getting his foot to it, but flicks it straight into Sprague's hands. Clark now on up to Court. There's a very good through pass there. I think Sprague anticipated that very well. Neil just getting it away from Cooper. And Easton there falling as he stretched his damaged leg. Giles, Clark moving in there with Ewer. Punching it out to Radford. A very good pass indeed there by Ewer.
Radford trying to flick it past there, and a first-time effort there by Court. And a goal kick to Leeds. Eventually it's Armstrong that loses it to Story. Bremner now taking it forward. And the referee waving play on. Bremner ran into Ewer there, but Anderson being a little bit over-ambitious there, holding onto the ball a shade too long, and it's Collins. Pushing it down and over the line for a throw-in to Arsenal. Bremner pulling it down, and I don't think the booing of the crowd is going to worry young Bremner one little bit. Weston trying to find Story, and it's Collins now to Weston. Weston on to Hunter. Eastham gone back into the middle of the pitch now. He was playing as an outside left with his knee, but with his shin, I think, more than his knee. Foul against Howe there for pushing forward with his body as Cooper was trying to control the ball. Free kick to Leeds, Collins to take it. Charlton and Bell, as usual, up. And it's Radford that moves it out. Neil nodding it out. A foul by Hunter on Baker. Free kick to Arsenal, and there is the half-time whistle with the score. Arsenal 1, Leeds United 1.
Well, it's understandable why it is that Leeds have won 4 out of their last 6 away matches and drawn the other 2, and are drawing here this afternoon, because they're a very compact side and they're very sincere in everything they do. But in the second half they're going to have to face a very strong wind which has come up since the start of the game, which I think will give Arsenal a very strong advantage, particularly with, as I say, with this wind. And Arsenal, I think, would go down both lines, because the 2 fullbacks look a little suspect under the turning ball here, as we're going to have in this second half. And as the wind blows and blows, so I think they're going to stay very nearly in their own penalty area. But they are, I think, a very competent side, Leeds, and certainly deserve to be showing the leadership of the First Division, with Chelsea on this first half showing anyway.
Leeds to kick off in the second half, facing a very, very strong wind indeed. And that's Cooper who got that bad clearance by Howe, and it's left Leeds in possession. Giles for Rennie. On to Weston. Weston hard across the goal. Oh, Cooper there, hitting it much too quickly. He really had time to have done something with it. He has on that occasion, but a very much softer shot, and Burns having no problem in finding Anderson here with the ball. To Howe. Corner kick. Anderson's corner kick being headed out by Hunter to Cooper. Story back to Bell, and that's a really strong pass up there, but Neil. Out to Eastham, who looks like he's going to play for the remainder of the game as an outside left after that bang he got in the first half. Neil. Oh, and Hunter, though, making a present of it to Anderson. That's a bad centre by Anderson. It's Collins that gets it across to Giles. Caught. Cow. Well, in actual fact, Anderson's looking at a very good divot mark indeed. But that's what the ball run over when he was just going to control it. Hunter to Charlton. Charlton now going through, and eventually got a penalty, and it's in the net. Well, a magnificent run there by Charlton, but I think he's saying that Story, I think it was, that turned it into the net, but the linesman has given Story offside. I certainly can offer no criticism from this angle, because I'm not in a position to say. It's Burns, the Arsenal keeper, that had a little bang there on his shin. And that's it. The referee saying to Collins, send the other chap away. Collins, the skipper of the Leeds side, having it explained just why the goal's been disallowed. Don't think he believes him, but you'll have to set up with that explanation. Neil to take the free kick. Throw in to Arsenal. Armstrong. Armstrong winning that tackle by Collins, and it's caught now. Baker. Oh, and there's a foul there. You probably could see that very easily. Baker saying, cut that out, to Baker. Charlton taking the free kick. And the referee has given a foul, I think. Yes. I don't think Clark could have heard the whistle. Nodded out by Radford, lobbed in again by Cooper. And it's Radford's turn to try and find Eastham, but Eastham limping. Obviously very painful every time he puts his foot to the ground. Bremner to Story, and Burns anticipated that very well indeed. He had to chop it back, and Burns was on his way before he kicked it. 5 minutes gone in the second half, and the score 1-1. Bremner on to Collins. I think there was more of a stumble, and it's Bell now coming onto it, trying a hard shot across the goal. Story, and this time it's caught. It gets it away, hooked back again, and Giles just flicks it past the post, but I think there's been an infringement there, handball, I think, by Story. Charlton nodding it forward. Howe to Radford. Hunter missing that completely. Clark caught. Trying to find Eastham, and I would have thought that they would try and keep it away from Eastham if they possibly can. And there's a foul against the right full-back Grenet on Anderson. Free kick to Arsenal, right on the edge of the penalty area. Raised a point in my mind there as to who would take the penalties if there had been one. But Eastham doesn't look like he could really step up and strike it. Caught. Radford. And Baker just got his foot to it. Charlton telling Cooper that he should have marked Radford. The outcome of it is that it's Baker's turn, I think, to be offside this time. Yes. He'd hoped there was a good through pass there, but just a little bit too wide for Weston, and Burns out to Clark to Easton. Armstrong to Easton now. Easton moving a little bit better now. Caught. On to Anderson. Anderson punched hard across there. It's not a bad type of ball to try now and again. Collins. Ooh, that must be a foul by Howe on Hunter. I think Hunter half expected it and he was able to ride it a bit, but he's still limping just a little there. Charlton and Howe nodding it out. Hunter to Collins. And that's the second one for Leeds. A good, quick first-time shot there by Weston. Well, might he look pleased with himself because he took it remarkably well. Wrong foot. So Leeds now go 2-1 in the lead after just 27 minutes play in the second half. The scorer, Weston there, number 8. So often happens, you have a side putting on all the pressure and a quick breakaway. They're caught momentarily, and that's how Leeds have gone into the lead, and it's throw in to Arsenal. Howe, number 2, taking the throw to Baker. Anderson to Howe. Howe pushing it in there. Bremner not quite clearing it. Collins helping it on its way. Anderson. Armstrong trying a shot there, and a very good save indeed by Sprake there, because Charlton patting him on the back, and well he might, because he was completely blinded by that shot. Brilliant piece of reaction there by Sprake, the Leeds keeper. Armstrong, Sprake coming out with his self-protection there, with his knees up, of course. The goalkeeper must do that to protect himself. Throw in to Arsenal. Yard to Howe. Armstrong. Well cut off there by Bremner. To Collins. This little man popping up all over the park, and little being the operative word, because he's not all that much above 5 foot. Neither is Giles, incidentally, the man playing the ball now to Bell. Bell throw in to Leeds off the foot of Howe there. Hunter eventually coming up to take the throw. It's Weston trying to make it awkward for Howe, and between them the winner throw in for Leeds. Collins and Hunter. Go kick. Bell nodding it forward there, but Howe keeping it in play. On to Baker. Oh, yes, he's got a corner. Yes, off the backside of Bell. Anderson's corner, nodded out by Hunter. Neil going to Howe. Rennie in there very quickly. Bremner. On to Rennie. Giles. Rennie, I don't think quite quick enough to get up onto that, and it's a corner kick, yes. Corner kick. Clark pushing it over for a corner. Giles to take the corner for them. Score of their first goal for Leeds. Charlton. There is a foul against Charlton for leaning on Radford. Bell just nodding it over for throw-in to Arsenal. Howe's throw being eased past by Baker, pushed hard across there, but Charlton, where it's sound game at centre half, it's been talked of that Charlton really should be giving a trial as England centre half. And he's onside. He was perfectly onside there, Story, but whether he's got enough pace to get away from them, I don't know. And it's just hit the post. Well, no wonder Story threw his arm up in disgust there, because it hit the inside of the post and bobbled along the line and then came out. That was a let-off there for Arsenal. Again, one of those quick breakaways after pressure. Radford on to Armstrong, but Hunter punching it on up now to Weston. Howe. Bremner getting it clear. Easton back again to Clark. And Rennie in very quickly there to turn it back to Sprigg. Leeds are getting it forward, but Howe getting it back again. And those two have had 2 goes each at the ball, and eventually it comes to Howe. Anderson down the line. Can he throw this one to advantage for the Arsenal in the closing seconds? Radford climbing up there, comes to Ewer. Nodded out by the right full-back Rini, inside again. Baker getting it back, and Armstrong just turns it over the bar. And that might well be the last dying efforts as far as the Arsenal are concerned. Story nodding it on. Clark. But Brimner just nodding it down to Giles. I think that was Giles' deliberate mistake for the afternoon, that one. Charlton just hooking it clear. Howe hooking it back in again, but it's Giles again, playing literally as a wing half. Caught. Anderson slipping there as he was going past Bell and his Charlton. Throw in, I think, just to Arsenal. This Leeds side has certainly backed each other up in every phase of the game here. You might well have cottoned onto that if he'd have moved for it. Clark to Eastham. How now? There's another long dropping one. You're up to it, and this time it's Hunter that turns it away. Throw into Leeds, I think, on that occasion. Yes. It wouldn't been exactly a mad rush on the part of the Leeds players to throw it in. Bremner to Collins. And there is the final whistle with the score then. Arsenal 1, Leeds United 2. Leeds now just waiting just to see how Chelsea got on this afternoon, to see whether they might have gone back to the top of the First Division.
Well, Leeds haven't gone top of the table after all. Chelsea are still there. But Leeds, I thought, deserved to win this afternoon because they were the more compact side of these two. They played remarkably well under pressure, as they were in the second half, very much indeed from this Arsenal side. Arsenal were handicapped to a great extent by the injury to Easton because he was virtually a passenger for quite a lot of the game. But Leeds, of course, being under pressure most of the second half, always have this advantage. When you break away on a quick attack, the defence that you're playing against normally isn't quite prepared for this quick attack. And this is how Leeds cashed in on it, and full marks to them for doing this. And they, for me, deserved their win. Well, now Chelsea, still top of the First Division with 44 points. Leeds second with also 44. But Chelsea, I think, must have been a very good win indeed this afternoon, away from home, 3-0. Third in the table, Manchester United with 41. And they, of course, beat Burnley this afternoon by 3-2 in a run-through for the first round of the FA Cup tie next Saturday at Old Trafford. Fourth in the table, Spurs with 34, and of course they went down 4-1 today in the local derby against Fulham. Aston Villa have climbed away 1 point from the bottom of the table now by beating Birmingham this afternoon. Sunderland have gone down second to bottom, Wolves bottom of the table, still with 15 points. And in the second division, you have Newcastle United top with 41, and Northampton second with 39. Well, that's all from us in Match of the Day. Join us again next Saturday, 7 o'clock, Channel 2. Till then, goodbye.